Hello and welcome to Curry TV. On this episode, well, let me give you a little brief about what's been happening here. In the Northwest, it's been rainy, cold, and it's kind of hard not to wear a sweater inside, okay? But for the video, I thought, okay, I'll just show you some recipes that we actually share in this household. So one of them, our favorites, is egg drop soup. It's easy. When you go to an Asian restaurant, that's what you order for your starters, especially during this time of the year. So I thought, why not I recreate that for you guys? And this is one of the recipes that we follow during most of the time when we have the, seasons of flu or you're not in the mood to cook much. This is a very good filler. So let's take a look at all the ingredients that we're using for this recipe. Of course, we need 1 tablespoon of ginger garlic paste, half cup of carrots, half cup of beans, 3 to 4 scallions diced up. So it's up to you. This is for garnishing. It just gives that nice aroma to your soup. 2 tablespoons of hot sauce, 2 tablespoons of soy sauce, 2 tablespoons of ketchup, 1 tablespoon of vegetable oil. And for this recipe, I'm actually relying on the store-bought chicken broth. If you have chicken broth at home, definitely use that, but I just didn't have the time to make one, but I'll share my recipe later on. This is actually a 1 quart chicken broth that I'll be using. We need seasoning, black pepper, salt, and of course the thickening agent is our cornstarch. This is 1 tablespoon of cornstarch, which I'm going to be mixing with about 5 tablespoons of water. Alright, so our pan is nice and hot. Let's add in our 1 tablespoon of vegetable oil. Now this is a very forgiving recipe, so you don't have to worry about anything. If you like more veggies, add them, such as mushrooms. That's a great way to include veggies in your diet, right? So once that oil is heating up, right, it's all, like I said, let's add in 1 tablespoon of ginger garlic paste. Now it's already pre-measured. 1 tablespoon of ginger garlic paste. Let's saute that. Now let me tell you, when I was explaining that beef broth, I didn't mention that if you have vegetable broth, that also is a very good supplement. I mean, you can opt for that instead of our chicken broth, and this becomes more of a vegetarian soup. All right, that's very good to go. We are going to add in our half cup of carrots. Now the carrots that I have diced up very slender. Okay, half cup of that. And it smells amazing in here. Seriously, when you saute that ginger garlic paste along with some carrots, that's something nice. I love that. Next goes in our half cup beans. You're just adding a little bit of color to your soup. The beans is also very thinly sliced, so it doesn't take a lot of time to saute all this. Now we're going to season this with veggies with some salt and black pepper. Okay, we are going to be adding hot sauce, so let's keep that in mind. So that was about 1/4 teaspoon of black pepper that I just added to this veggies. If you like cabbages, you could add cabbages, you could add mushrooms, noodles. You could add noodles to this too. So, like I said, it's very, very easy to follow through. Let's also season this. Because we are adding soy sauce to this recipe, I'm just going to add in half a teaspoon of salt. So let's give it a good stir. Perfect. Like I said, within maybe 10 minutes of your evening, this would be ready. Very simple, easy recipe that you can rely any time of the day. Okay, next what we are going to do is pour in our chicken broth. This is 1 quart of chicken broth. Let's stir this. Because we are adding egg to this soup, I don't like to keep it in the fridge for a while, so that's why I'm just making it for tonight. So let's cover this and let it come to a complete boil before we add in our eggs and the sauces and our cornstarch. Meantime, let me clean up and I'll be right back. Okay, so I have cracked 2 eggs. Let's beat this. So we need it nice and light. So beat it till it comes very fluffy. Not like a cream on top, but very, very light. Let's keep that aside. Let's check on our soup. Wow, this has come to a rolling boil. Now it's time to add in our sauces. Okay, like I mentioned, 2 tablespoons of ketchup, it's already pre-measured, right? That will change its color, right? Now let's flavor them with some sriracha sauce. This is also 2 tablespoons. Okay, let's add in 2 tablespoons of soy sauce. 1 and 2. Okay, let's give it a good stir. Oh, it smells so good. Love it. Love it. So after you pour in your sauces, you need to let that cook for about a minute or so that it just all that flavor combines into the soup before we add the egg drop, or we drop the eggs. So the soup has come to a boil again. So let's add in our eggs. Right, very slowly. Let's lower our heat. Okay, and slowly, while stirring, let's add in our eggs. There you go. So all our eggs are in. Now let's give it a good mix, right? It's still on low heat, very low heat. Okay, check your seasoning in case if you want to add a little bit more black pepper to this. This is the perfect time. Let's get this is 1 tablespoon of cornstarch. To that I'm adding 5 tablespoons of water. 1, okay, 5 tablespoons will make this soup very nice and thick. Yeah, perfect. Let's add that in. Okay, beautiful. Oh my gosh. Yes. When you're sick is the time when you feel so low, right? This will help you feel wanted and loved, and that, yeah, the motherly touch. Yeah, you get that. You will. So this is, like I said, 3 to 4 scallions. Let's add that in. Give it good vibrance. Help us fight those viruses, right? All right, good. Let's stir it in. Our soup is ready. So as you can see, a small bubble is coming up. So that means our soup is ready. So let me pour this into a soup bowl and I'll show you how I'm gonna serve this. All right, it's time to taste it. I usually make a pot of this soup in this big tummy of mine, right? And it's very comforting and it's special. How often do you get these stuff out? I get it out when we are low on steam. Okay. Oh, it came out perfect. Look at this. It's just like the way you buy it at an Asian restaurant. Beautiful. Let's keep that covered so it stays nice and warm. Let's give it a good taste. Gotta tell you, it smells amazing. Really, it does. Beautiful. Nice, sweet, sour, tangy. I got all my love in here. So do try it, right? Especially during this winter season, this is something to keep you warm. I hope you guys are staying safe, keep warm, and fight those viruses out there, right? This will help you. Try out this recipe. And thank you so much for all the love you guys have been pouring in. We appreciate it. We want to see more of that. So please subscribe to our channel and hit that bell icon. That's one way to show us your love. And we'll see you next time. Bye-bye. Thank you.